Yo, what up, chat? It's your boy Beats, and I'm here to talk about the new Harvest League and how the mechanics work. Now, as every other league, we always get details about, hey, this is how everything works. I will tell you that once you come in, what'll happen is you'll see a Shabi pretty much on every area of in every act, in every area, and then obviously in your maps. So when you click on the Sacred Grove initially, they're not there. You open the grove, you get seeds. All right. What you do with those and what you will do with those is you'll come up with a seed stockpile, right? And if you see you get the seeds, it's kind of cool. You get a whole separate storage place for it. So good job, GGG, on that. And if you just hold your left control or hold control, whatever, left click them, boom, it'll dump them all in the areas. So there's 3 different kinds of seeds. You got wild, you got vivid, you got primal. And then there's 4 tiers of each one. 1, 2, 3, 4 tier. 4 tiers are going to be your big bosses, you know, bigger loot. Obviously, the higher tier, the higher loot. Now, you're going to get items within here, okay? You have to plant the seeds, obviously. To do that, you need to have the different collectors, okay? So, obviously, the colors match. Super simple, right? Purple, purple, yellow, yellow, blue, blue. Okay. The other thing that I noticed was you get some of these items here. So, you get the pylons, which creates a life force between the collectors, the storage tanks, and the dispersers, which are these other 3 items. Now, the trick is you got to put them in between the different gardens, right? So as you can see up here, I did this intentionally. I got a purple, I got a purple, a yellow, and a blue. So I've got, you know, all 3 types, right? There's different seeds, and if you read each seed's going to have a different, like, offering after you summon or harvest the seeds, right? You harvest, right? And this little thing here is going to harvest, okay? Now, I have not experimented a lot with the different, you know, the conduits and the pylons and everything like that. So, like, I got a disperser here. You see that there's a check mark, and you see that it's a pylon, and you see these little ropes hanging from, you know, from the collector, and then down to the pylon, and then down to the disperser. So a pylon will connect the disperser and also the storage tanks and the collectors, okay? So what I've done is I've got one connected here. I've never popped one. I know that it's going to spawn mobs. So when you're ready to harvest, another key thing I want to point out is if you look at the seed, if you notice how right here there's a dot and then there's little sections, right? When you first plant the seeds, you're not going to be able to harvest them right away. If you don't wait for the seeds to get to the full growth, right? Obviously not going to get as much stuff, not as much strong as mobs, not as much loot, right? So you can harvest them early, but just know you really want to wait until they're full. Plant the seeds, keep coming back, wait till they're all full like these, right? Obviously, if you don't have enough seeds, you won't fill out the areas. You can see there's a few empty spots. If you have empty spots, that's where you can put the pylons, and you can put the dispersers or the storage tanks or the other item that's up there, right? Again, this is early league. I haven't tested a lot, but what I'm going to do, I am going to harvest every one of these. I'm not going to do them all at the same time because I don't really... Actually, you know what? I'll see if I can do all of them at the same time. I'll see if I'm OP enough for that, okay? I am running a totems build this league. I do recommend this league if you're looking for a build based on the league setup. You play like mines. You could play totem build. You could play a minion build. Those are all really good. If you're feeling like you're trying to do something crazy, definitely try the new slam builds or try a melee build or a self-cast build. I don't feel like those are going to be the best. I'm not saying they won't work. They just won't be as efficient. So, again, when you come in, you're going to check your seeds. Once you plant them, they're going to grow. The growth meter, you're going to want to pay attention to the growth meter. All right, I'll show you after I do this what planting new ones would be. Now, if you look at this one right here, okay, it's not fully grown yet. So I could either A, leave it, or if you hit control and left click a seed, it will pick it and put it back in your inventory, right? You can do that with any of this stuff. I could left click this pylon and hit control and put it back in my inventory. So you can plant stuff and then take it back out. Like say you misplanted some seeds that you didn't want to use because of certain roles. Based on the seed you plant determines some of the roles that you would get, which I'll go over when we do it. So I'm gonna try to do it right now. I'm gonna see if let's see. All right, did that one. Did that one. I can't do any more. All right. All right, my game. They got this new thing in the game. I forget what it's called, but it's the graphics stuff in the game. So that's why my stuff was blurry. Now you see everything did die pretty quick, except for a couple of mobs. Okay, I could only do the 2 that were connected. So this one wasn't properly connected. So now I'm going to do that one. Boom. Spawning mobs. Boom, boom. Everything's dead. I win. GG on the GGG. See how the graphics kind of messing up? It's like their new thing. They'll probably buff it out. But the game has running better overall. So, I've killed everything, right? Almost. Wait. Okay. So, I've killed everything. Loot will drop. But then you also get these little... you know, your collection of from the collector, right? You get the, I don't know what you want to call it, the life force from the collector. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now, and what you're going to see is you're going to have different roles. And if you look at the level, obviously as your level goes up, the roles get better. Now, what I have been doing early league, I've been taking the life force collectors. I've been getting some of those. Now, you can do things to items. You got to read though. And I know that's hard in 2020 for people. If you don't like reading this league, I don't know if you want to skip the mechanic, but there's some cool stuff you can do in craft. There's a ton of stuff you could do. To go over it all in one video is probably impossible. It would be stupid long. I'm trying to make this as short as sweet and possible. So you can get some things. You can, you know, again, read. Set an item to 3 sockets. So say I've only got 1 socket, I can have 3 sockets. Reforge a normal or magic, so basically a no color or a blue item, and it'll be a rare item, and it'll have an attack modifier, right? So let's use this one for I'm only using this for an example, right? I got these boots right here, right? And it's gonna make these now rare. Now, if I can't use the modification, it's gonna gray them out when I dump the item in here. So I'm gonna click on it, right? It's gonna use 11 life force. And I'm going to take gray boots and make them yellow. Craft. Okay, there's no valid mods. Okay, I can't do that. So reforge. Okay, let's do this. A life modifier. Let's see if I can do that. Okay, there we go. So I reforged with a life modifier. And I got 28 max life. I don't have any movement speed. So these are crap boots unless somebody wants them for the 4-link. So I'll put those up for an alchemy in my sell tab. So as you saw, I went, right? I click on the little hammer above. I use my life force points. Like, see how this says 11? It cost 11 life force to do that. And it'll show you the level. If I want to get these, 25 life force. If I want to get a disperser, 30 life force. I think I'm going to go for one of those because I've only had one. So, and I'm going to grab a pylon. Now, all right, I got extra juice, right? Disabled while a modification is selected. Okay, now I've got 4 life force left. Now I can condense it. When you condense it, condensed life force is stored and can be used to encourage the growth of powerful seeds planted within a sacred grove. So if you have extra and you don't have enough to spend, boom, hit condense. If you don't condense it to save it, you're just going to lose it when you leave, okay? Just keep that in mind. So that's how you use it. Now you notice this one's ready to plant more seeds. I did another one, so I'm going to go here. Bam. Okay, same thing. I got all kinds of things I could do, right? You got to read them. There's all sorts of things. I'm going to grab another disperser. Bam. I'm going to grab another disperser. Bam. I'll grab a pylon. Bam. Now, I don't have any life force left, so I'm Gucci. Actually, I got to grab that out. Make sure you grab your items. Don't leave them. Just like some other mechanics in the game, right? Boom. Going to grab it. Going to do another disperser. I need those, right? Those are important. I'll take some pylons. I'll take another primal life craft. Boom. What do we got? What do we got left? Oh, I got 31 left. So let's take another disperser. I got 1 life force condensed. Boom. Now, once you collect all those items, you can come back over here to your stockpile. Left control, all your items in there. And now I've got all this stuff, right? Now I can plant more seeds. I got some seeds to plant. I made a little pair of boots, buff, right? I will tell you that I did do some cool things. I was able to This life sprig that dropped, I didn't have any fusings at the time, and one of the options when I clicked on it was, hey, boom, you can 3-link an item, or you can, if you got a 3 socket, you can link all sockets. So I did that. Now, another thing is these drop, right? It's a grain. You pick it up, boom, okay? It'll tell you the level. So when you see the seeds, it's a tier 1 and it's level 36. So see how that works? 1, level 36, it's blue. So you can only plant it on one of the blue collectors, okay? The primal collector, okay? So what you could do is, you'll see I got a primal viper grain. So I don't have a right loot filter on right now, so I have to be careful, but at least it shows up when they drop. So I'm gonna collect the rest of my loot. I don't really need none of this other stuff. And that's a general idea of how this works. This is an initial video. This is the first day of the league. I will try to make something maybe not more detailed specifically as a league starter, but maybe I'll get into some of the crafting pieces later in the league. Man, I hope you liked this video. I hope I was able to explain stuff well enough. Please leave your comments down below on my YouTube. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Beats for President. Peace.